Alright, so in the other video where I was talking about Gunbuster and my experience with it, uh, I was running out of time for recording since the video ended up being like 4 gigs. So I had to wait for that to upload before I could record anything else. And all I really had left to do in the previous video was show my Gunbuster collection. So, yeah, I'll just start doing that. So, first up, we have the VHS tapes. Here's the cover for the first one. Image looks kind of stretched, if you ask me. I got like a little description on the back, and then description for the episodes that are on the tape. And these were, or this specific release was done in '96, I think. There might have been another English release for the VHS tapes. I'm not sure, but this is the one I got. Found it on eBay for about $26-$30. This one's got episodes 3 and 4. I don't remember if I mentioned it in the other video, but well, here's the third one with episodes 5 and 6. But one thing that I do like about the overall narrative structure for Gunbuster and Diebister is the first 3 episodes for both of them more or less introduce the characters and like the world and setting and whatnot, and it does like world building. And then episodes 4 through 6 is when all the big action takes place. I mean, there's more action going on in Diebuster from the beginning, but it's not until the second half where like stuff gets really serious and there's a bunch of reveals and whatnot. Anyways, here's my bootleg DVD for Gunbuster. Here's the PS2 Gunbuster game. Going by what I've read about it, it plays like it plays as if Gunbuster were a 26 episode anime instead of a 6 episode OVA. But since I don't have a PS2, a Japanese PS2, or a way to play Japanese PS2 games, that's more for collection purposes. It came in this little bag thingy, and I took it out once to like look at the manual. But after that, I just put it back in because I don't really have much use for it. I got the more recent Diebuster DVD release. This also has a reversible cover, but I don't really feel like showing it right now. Here's the compilation movie box set. This specific box set, first print copies of this box set came with a figure of Noriko and Nono, which I'll show later in the video. And both of the movies come with these little booklets talking about the characters. And on the back of them, actually, I'll show that in a bit. Here's the rest of my Gun X collection. Ending right here. Anyways, next up we got the Laserdisc box set. That's got 3 Laserdiscs in it. Now, the reason why I keep it in the bubble wrap that it came in, along with this little sleeve thing, is since I got it high up, in case it falls, it won't get damaged. But here's the back. The chapter list. Let's see what else. This also came with a booklet of some sort. Here's the first one. Look at how big this thing is. And since it's got 2 episodes on it, it's the kind of disc where... Oh, shit. Give me a second. Since it's 2 episodes per disc, they got it to where you put it on one side and it plays one episode, and then you put it on the other side, it plays the other episode. So that's cool, I guess. Definitely saves on production costs, maybe. Here's the second disc. And here's the third disc. Here's a... Oh, that's a bit of a spoiler. I got a bunch of words. I don't know what any of it says. I think Anno wrote all this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wrote all this. Maybe he's talking about the process of making it. I don't know. Got these little cutout things. You can like cut them out and fold them to make papercraft, I guess. Here's the mechs that they... Oh, it's like a paper airplane. Here's the mechs that they pilot. This guy's a recurring character. So yeah, that's cool. And that's the Laserdisc box set. I don't even remember how much it was going for. But you can usually find it on eBay, I think. Yeah, that's where I found it. Okay, let me put this back in the thing real quick. Next up we got the box set I got for the movies. Let me show that one thing I was talking about. So here's the booklet thing I was talking about. Got a bunch of info, relationship chart, got all the main characters. There he is. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention, there's a bunch of Get a Robo references in Gunbuster. There's another thing. But yeah, the 2 booklets, if you line them up, it shows a timeline for both Gunbuster and Diebister. The one for Diebister, it's a bit more complicated because it counts up to something that happens in one of the episodes. But anyways, if you put them together, it makes an image. It's got this, also comes with a little test booklet that quizzes you on the movies. Oh, folds out. I haven't touched it because I don't want to ruin it or whatever. Got a little flyer thing you can send in to Bandai Visual. Too bad they're not around anymore. And then you got this, wait, hold on, give me a second. Another thing that came with this box set is a bunch of cards that show off, like, comparisons between characters and other things in Gunbuster and Diebuster. And, like, with info on the characters and stuff from both, and the mechs and whatnot. So this is all nice bonus material. And then on the back of each one, you can line them up. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna try and piece this all together real quick. And then on the back side, if you line them all up, you have some size comparison charts showing like the size, the heights of all the characters and the mechs and some of the space monsters and spaceships. So that's pretty neat. Nice little bonus thing they threw in. Okay, I'm going to be jumping around for a bit with some jump cuts. Next up, we got a pack of card sleeves with Norco on them. I did open them when I first got them, but I wanted to order another pack since it only came with 60. And I have a lot of decks for trading card games. So, yeah, I just never really did anything with them, even though I got them back in 2013. Next up, we got a English issue of New Type USA with Diebister featured on the front cover. I got a sealed copy on Amazon, but I don't want to open it unless I get a second copy. So, yeah, this is pretty neat to have. You guys remember anime magazines? I don't know if they still sell them. Haven't bought any issues of Otaku USA in several years. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. I almost forgot about something. When I bought this set of keychain, when I bought the set of Menemike keychains that came with the, I think, limited edition or collector's edition or whatever of Volume 7, whoever I bought these from also included this little paper crane, this little note. So that was cool. A lot of Japanese sellers on eBay and Amazon are really nice. They always leave nice notes. And then I got this card with Norco on it from a Japanese trading card game. Got came in a card sleeve, so that's cool. I'm not sure which card game this is for, but I do know in one card game, she uses this one attack with Gunbuster that's based on an attack that I think Combattler V uses, something about a yo-yo type of attack. Next to it, I got this Revoltech box for Dick Snuff. That's Lauk's Buster Machine. I'll show the figure for it soon. Over here on this bookcase, we got one of the Gunbuster soundtracks. Found this one for about $10 a second in Charles a few years ago. I think it was the same time I got my Platinum Collection Ava box set. But, yeah, for some reason it doesn't have anything on the back side of the case. Not sure what's up with that. Give me 1 second. Oh shit, CD's coming loose. This is one of those things that goes on the outside of the spine. This was already here when I bought it. But, let's take a look. See? This image is based on a radio drama where Gunbuster and they take Gunbuster to stop a kaiju in some city or something. There's some interviews, I guess. whatever this image is based on, the song that they're supposed to be singing, I think it's on this soundtrack. It might be on one of the other soundtracks. But, yeah, this was a steal at $10 because I can never seem to find... I mean, I never could seem to find this specific soundtrack or any of the other ones for a good price online. Next up, we got some posters. I don't know what a stick poster is, but it says it on the bottom of both of them for some reason. I think it's kind of like a wall scroll. How you put something like a little stick-shaped thing on top and bottom, and then you hang it, but I don't know where I could find any of those, so I just had to use tacks. Here's one of Norco, and here's one of No. So that's cool. Next up, we got some more figures. Or, well, yeah, the figure. Wait, I haven't shown any figures yet. Anyways, here's one of Gunbuster. This poses a bit of a spoiler for episode 6. But this is also a Getter Robo reference, specifically to one of the last chapters from the original Getter Robo manga. The same exact pose and all. This figure... Oh, this is also a Revoltech, and I got it for my birthday from my friend Teddy back in 2015. Anyways, next up we got a figure of Norco and No. That, I mean, now, this figure is the reason why I got that box set for the compilation movies, because the only way you could get it was through first print releases of the box set, but about a year or two ago, it was actually last year, it ended up going up for sale by itself on Right Stuff, after I already got it, but, I mean, at least the extra stuff that came with the box set's pretty nice. You can also take them off of the base. You can remove this yellow piece too, but I really don't want to. The base plate is supposed to be the Earth at the end of the both series. I don't want to say any more. Don't want to really go into spoilers. Here's a keychain of Norco that was being sold with one of the Super Robot Wars games that Gunbuster was featured in. I'm not sure which one exactly. It might have been one of the alpha games. But, yeah, somebody told me about this when it was listed on eBay, so that's cool. Here's a figure of Lauk. This one's pretty recent. I think it came out in 2017, unless I got it as a re-release. I'm not sure. The base plate's supposed to be the Earth at the end of Diebister specifically, and the paper crane that's in her hand, that plays into the plot somewhat for both series. Like, there's something involving paper cranes in both Gunbuster and Diebuster, but again, I don't want to drop any spoilers for anybody that's actually planning on watching them. I don't know if I convinced anybody to check them out, but I hope someone does. Anyways, next up we got the Revoltech I mentioned for Dick's Noof, Lauk's Buster Machine. Now, the thing about the Buster Machines and Diebuster, they're named after French numbers, except for maybe a specific one. But, I forgot to mention, for, this specific figure of Gunbuster, you're able to, take it apart and um, get it to pose where it's both Buster machines, since it's a combination of two separate ships. So it's one of those mechs, but yeah, since it's a Revoltech, you can also pose it. You got a little container for hands back here. The extra parts for Dick's Noof are in the box that it came with. I don't know why I don't have the box over here with all these other figure boxes, but that's besides the point. Next up, we got another figure of Norco. I got this one for my birthday last year. I think the person that was selling it on eBay was located in Canada, but it was already opened when I got it, but whoever I bought it from, they taped it shut. Only reason I haven't taken it out yet is because I don't really have much space for it. Maybe once I get a display case, I'll take it out the case, maybe. I don't know. Let's see, what's on the back? It's got an interview with the guy that did the sculpting. So that's pretty cool. And then lastly, over by my Japanese volumes, we got the manga adaptation of Gunbuster, 5 volumes. The interquel manga that takes place between Gunbuster and Diebister. Tapo Nerai Next Generation. And then we got the manga adaptation of Diebuster, which is only 1 volume, and it only covers up to episode 3 for some reason. I'm still waiting for the majority of these to get translated, since there's maybe 1 or 2 chapters of the Diebuster manga that have been translated from what I've seen. Might as well show the covers. Here's volume 1. The way that, I skimmed over the manga adaptation. Here's volume 2. Let's see. Volume 3. Oh, there's a little ad for the Blu-ray box set. Alright, I forgot to mention, but this character's name is Jung Freud, and Anno named her after the psychologist Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud. And anybody that's watched Evangelion should know how he is with naming stuff and symbolism. It's volume 4. Got an ad for the Ape manga and something for Nadia. Not sure what that manga's about. And lastly, we got volume 5, and to my knowledge, this is the only time that you can officially see her with long hair and color, since she shows up with long hair in episode 6, but since it's in black and white, you don't get to see it in color for some reason. One thing I do like about the manga adaptation is that it expands upon some stuff in Gunbuster. Specifically, the ending. There's a reference to Diebuster at the end of the manga adaptation. And they show something that happens after the ending. I'm not sure if it's what actually happens, considering the way that Gunbuster ends, but I'll take it as canon, maybe. Here's the first volume for the interquel manga. I don't really know anything about this, other than that it happens between both animes. Here's volume 2. That's a great Gunbuster in the background. I don't really know anything about that version of it other than it's another version of Gunbuster. And here's the Diebister manga adaptation. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Can't really, I don't really have anything else to show currently. Yeah, that's it. If you have any questions about Gunbuster or Diebuster, or if you want to talk about them, feel free to comment on this video. I'll be more than glad to have a discussion about it. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.